Today we have 35 items to ship. It's Sunday, March 23rd, and we're totaling $1,400. We were going to show you guys what we sold, how much we sold it for, and what we paid for it.
Not a bad weekend.
No, not a bad weekend at all.
Alright, so we just got done picking everything. Not a bad little pile there, but first we have an item that sold on the Mercari. It's this Wi-Fi repeater / router. It can work either or.
It was $1.
Got it for $1.
And sold it for $22.31.
$22.31. Not bad for that little guy. Next, let's do some of these big ones. Get them out of the way. $14.96. Set of rubberish floor mats.
Let's see. We paid $6.52, and we sold them for $82.94.
$6.82. Good little profit there. And then the other one, I can probably leave that one stand there. That one is $14.901. I believe that's another set of floor mats. We got from a liquidation site.
We paid $1.42, and they sold for $120. $120.
$120. Okay. Not bad for a good set there.
$1.42 into $120.
So that's almost 100x. Very nice.
Before shipping.
Before shipping, yeah. All right. What about $14,381? Got a American Motors center cap, hubcap.
We paid $1. Sold for $23.09.
Not bad. Not bad. All right. We got some Gymshark work sweatpants, gym pants. Let's see, $12,544. Those would be pretty cheap.
Those have been our thing for a long time.
Yeah, those 12,000 numbers.
So those.
I remember they sold fairly cheap.
$4.99 is what we had in them, and they sold for $9.
So there's only room for about $4 to ship. That'll be
maybe even.
pretty marginally on that. So not the greatest buy. But like I said, we had them for a while, and things start going on sale once we've had them for a while. I got this holster, $81,361. Should be able to find it under that. This came in that big lot that we showed you.
It was $1 and it sold for $11.
$1 into $11. That's pretty good for that. Those ship for like $4 or $5, something like that. Make a few. Well, when you got thousands of them, it makes a difference. Let's see. I think what did we say we had like 1,400 or 1,500 of them? Yeah, that's a lot. Got some nice center caps there. $14,525. It's a pack of 4 there. Plastic.
We paid $4, sold for $64.
64. So yeah, $1 a piece into 64. It's a nice little set. Okay, next got another set of 4 center caps. $14,954.
We paid $4, sold for $44.
$44 for that.
We just listed those the other day.
Yeah, what's that logo?
Renault.
Renault. Okay.
That's what it said.
Nice. Yeah. Kind of exotic though. All right. This is a Coach purse, I think. $14,486.
Yep, leather purse. I got that at the Goodwill bin, so it was probably $1, and it sold for $42.
$42 for a vintage Coach purse. Next we've got these Hokas. $12,216. I think those went with the authenticity program, so we took a little bit of an offer on them. Since eBay pays for the shipping, we just have to take them to FedEx.
We bought those on a pallet, so they ended up being $4.82 for us, and they sold for $55. Plus eBay pays the shipping, so.
We'll take those all day long.
Yeah.
Let's see. Up next, we got these. What is it? Oh, Salmons. Got some salmons. $14,036. Can't go wrong with salmon.
$5.99 is what we paid for them, and they sold for $38.
$38.
They were on a pretty big sale. So normally we get more than that for the Solomons.
Yeah. Every once in a while they catch a sale, though. Let's see. We got another set of center caps. $14,536. Gizmo, are you comfy in your little neck pillow there? You have anything you'd like to tell YouTube? Yeah.
The other one's eating something. Reese,
what are you doing? Reese.
What are you eating?
Oh, you're under there.
Oh,
you eating?
No. I just vacuumed the floor too, and it's covered.
You eating ladybugs?
Uh-oh. She's guilty when she barks.
Yeah, yeah.
Those were $4 and we sold them for $18.50.
$18.50?
But they don't weigh anything.
No, they're super quick to clean and list. And so what we did with all these center caps, we took them actually over to our old guest bathroom bathtub and just dunked them and washed them up and basically just knocked the dust and dirt off and let them go as is. Here's another set of center caps, $14,648.
We paid $1, $16.44.
$16. Lots of good little snackable turnarounds there.
Yeah.
What's this one? $14,780. What's that Z logo?
That is Nissan 280ZX.
Nice and
we would have paid $1 and then it sold for $20.78.
$20.78.
Yep.
A lot of times you gotta watch these little clips here on the back too, because they like to break and get chipped and rusty, and they make them not work so great. $14,727. That's a Chrysler, looks like.
That one was $1 and sold for $20.
$20. That's a metal.
Yep.
Nice one. Those would bolt on from the back. It didn't come with the screws, but interesting little design there. Alright, next, got some combat boots, $14,620. Kind of hard to see what they look like.
I got those at the bin. You guys, if you watched my leather video, those are on there.
Yeah, those were in the leather cleaning video if you want to see them out of the bag.
After weighing them, they were about $5 and they sold for $67.81.
$67. Or what brand are they?
Carolina Built Right?
Carolina.
Or something like they have Built Right solds, but they were like something Carolina, but it wouldn't fit the title, so I just put Carolina.
Gotcha.
They were vintage though.
Vintage?
They had a 1960s date on them.
Oh wow.
So that's why they were $60, $70 boots.
Old school.
Yeah.
Here we got a pair of pants for $12,164. Put them in a
we have a lot
old
of
ice bag there.
clothes that are on sale because we just don't do real well with clothes.
So they hang around for a
So a lot of these are
while.
on sale for a lot of money. So these were listed in February of last year. So they were Tyler probably put them on like a 50% off sale or something.
Probably.
But we paid $2.50, and they sold for $15.50. So
15 still ain't bad. Yeah. So what I usually do on our sales is I'll go off. So like I try not to list anything that we've had for less than 30 days. I don't want to put it immediately on sale. But then like in 2-month increments after that, I'll put it on another 5% off markdown sale. So then I go all the way up to 50%. So yeah, things that we've had for that long get put on a pretty steep sale. So we got another set of Yoda hubcaps here, $14,548.
We would spent $4 and sold them for $40.
And we've got like 5 or 6 sets of these, I think. Not too bad. Let's see. Another set of pants, I think, $12,161.
Yeah. We paid $4.99 and they sold for $15 on sale.
Well, that's not bad. There's still a little meat on them.
I just don't like clothes.
Yeah, they're
Not for us.
not our favorite.
No.
Let's see.
Those have been returned once, but
Yeah, these Nikes did get returned for $13,994. I forget why. Was they wrong size
they said
or
they
something?
were too dirty.
Too dirty?
That's correct.
I mean,
so technically we have $13 in them now because they were returned, and I put the return shipping cost into that. But they did sell for $29.33, and they'll ship for like $4.
Right.
So we're still positive on them.
okay. Kind of a
Yeah,
bronzy
someone said
looking.
they were dirty, but like they're not. Like, well, I mean, this is completely clean. You can't see it because of the bag, but they do have a little bit of dirt underneath.
A little
But they
bit in
said
the
that
soles, but
was not way more dirty than they were expecting on the bottom of the soles, and we made sure we showed pictures of it.
right.
What can you do?
I mean, they're shoes. You're gonna walk on stuff and get them dirty. I don't know. Maybe we're thinking too much. See, we got some Keens. 11,756. See, when those were listed, we were curious about that when we picked it. How long we've had them?
January of last year.
Okay.
So we paid $5 for those, and they were on a major sale, so they sold for $15.
Yeah.
But they're really light.
They were very light.
Normally we wouldn't buy things that would only 3X like that. We buy stuff that like 5 or 10X's. Try to. That's our goal.
I tried to, yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, like these things don't make a whole heck
if
of
we
a
get
lot.
high quantities like that new stuff.
Yeah, these you don't have any time into listing them or cleaning them or nothing. So, 48,314. See if I bring something up. This is a like a sight rail, like you would screw to the top of a gun.
Paid $1, sold for $8.52.
$8.50, yeah. That's another ship for $4 or $5. And
But if we make $1 on those, we have 71 of them.
Right. So. And
they didn't take much to.
And they come in big case pack boxes, so they don't really take up any room on the shelf, and just don't have any time in them. So it's good to do some high volume stuff every once in a while. 12,118 Berkeys. Some 50. I call them all flip flops.
We paid $12.99 for those.
Ooh.
They've been listed since February of last year.
Oh wow.
And
yeah, it's a 12,000.
Sold them for $25.
25.
So those, I've learned that the plastic, or whatever you call those, EVA plastic foam, EVA foam, that's what it is. Those Berkeys don't do very well for us, but all other Berkeys do.
Right.
So
if you get like the cork ones or.
Yeah, the cork ones are the best ones.
What's next over here? These look like they're not. I want to say bowling shoes, but
they're not. They're saddle shoes.
Saddle shoes. Okay, 14,116.
Found those in the bins too.
Eastland.
Yep. Those ended up costing about $2.40, and we sold them for $37.88.
Not bad.
No, they were pretty clean too.
Mm-hmm.
Right from the bin.
Yeah, you wouldn't think they'd be that clean being at the bins.
They were clean.
I remember they didn't take much to clean up. And then we got some Ultras. 13,879.
That is one of my favorite brands to look for.
Ego Max.
If you guys would ever
Paradigm
like to see
7.
a video where we talk about brands that we like to buy, that is one of my biggest ones I look for. And a lot of times some of your thrift stores really don't price those up too bad. So we did pay up for those. So they were $14.99 at a Goodwill, but we sold them for $55 on sale. So it's still going to make decent money for a pair of shoes. And they went pretty quickly. Those have been listed since January 2nd of this year.
So only a couple months. So
yeah.
Not bad. Compared to some of those we've had for a year, yeah. But yeah, definitely comment if you want us to take you with us thrifting one day or something. I'll follow Nora around in the bins.
Well, we can take them thrifting, but we can also do a top 10 sale item list of like brands that we look for. That's totally,
Yeah.
Both of those are doable.
Let us know what you think. This is a 11,984. These are a big big I can't talk. Big batch of wheel bearings for cars that we picked up at a pallet liquidation, like a bin store kind of.
Our local bin store, yeah.
They do where like everything starts off at $5 or something, then every day it goes down $1, and we got those on like a $3 day, I think. We
had probably 80 of those.
We had a bunch.
And we didn't know if they were going to sell or not, and we're down to the last 3. It looks like we did list them in January of last year, but the average selfie price on them, like the average net on them right now is over $10 a piece.
Yeah.
So they made $8 to $1,000 probably.
800 to 1,000.
Yeah, I would say so. They were a good buy.
It was a good little batch, and like I said, they're all brand new. We just tape them up real nice, and they actually ship pretty well with all that foam in there.
Specific one was, we paid $321 with taxes, and that one sold for $25.42.
Yeah.
They were selling for $37, but we put them on a sale because they were moving too slow.
We've had them for a while, yeah. And speaking of auto parts, got some more down here. This is a big trunk liner, kind of a plastic trunk liner. 14,883. Which one was that? The Accord?
Yes, that's the Accord.
So that actually goes in the back of a car, not an SUV. It goes in the trunk.
We paid $3.24, and it sold for $76.
Not bad. So we'll actually probably unwrap that, fold it in half, and then re-roll it so it'll fit into a different poly mailer.
Yeah.
And then that it should be for no longer than it'll be in the mail. It shouldn't be too bad on it. Shouldn't hurt it. We've got a pair of shock absorbers. Are these for like a golf cart or something?
I don't know.
Let's see, 14,072.
Ford Ranger.
Ford Ranger, okay. Huh. These just seem short.
$2.14 is what we paid, and they sold for $41.01.
So $20 a piece. You tape them together like that, that won't cost hardly nothing to ship. Maybe $15 or something. Not bad.
Yeah, not bad at all.
What's this little, like a washing machine part? 13,867.
Yeah, some kind of washing machine.
It's like a
actuator.
Yeah, it's just like a little. I kind of want to show it to you, but here we go. Yeah, it's just a little gizmo.
Part. We got that at our local bin store as well.
Yeah. And what do you say we?
$3.21 and sold for $27.32.
$20 for a little box.
$27.
Not bad.
No.
All right, now we've got a actual full-size CV shaft here. What's the number on it? 14,470. That's it.
Let's see. We paid $3.18 and it sold for $45.
$45 for the axle shaft. And this, I think, is another axle shaft too. 14,281. Basically the same thing, just for a different car. CV shaft.
We paid $2.18 and that one sold for $58.83.
Even higher. Very nice. All right, now we got some more floor mats. These are from some of the junkyards you saw us going to. 13,536. Is that a single, or I think it's a single?
Yeah, it's a single. We paid $2.75 and it sold for $31.75.
$30 for the single.
Yep.
Yeah, all the floor mats that we get from junkyards are right around $2-ish a piece.
We try to go on days when we get deals because they send us like alerts through email and text. If you have any local stores that will, like, ask all of your local Goodwills what their deals are, because they all have them, but they don't really advertise them very well.
Mm-hmm.
Ours does a point system, so like every time you pay $20, you get 10% off. But then randomly they'll do like 50% off clothes, and they won't tell you. You have to literally go in and ask.
Mm-hmm.
Our local bin store doesn't do sales, but they do drawings. Like, so every time you go in there, once you spend a certain amount, they'll put your name into a hat and draw out free merch or free items. So just always ask your local stores, like, do you guys have any kind of email program or VIP list or anything like that?
Mm-hmm. Any opportunity to get deals on stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Always take advantage.
Yep.
Got some Corolla floor mats. 14,446. I think that's a pair.
That is a pair. It was one front and one rear.
That's an odd pair.
Let's see.
Not sure who bought it, but thank you.
We got those at the Goodwill. That's why it's a weird pair.
Oh, good. Yeah, and they're very clean. Yeah.
$2.99 was what we paid.
That ain't bad.
And $45.43 is what they sold for.
Very nice. And yeah, being at Goodwill, they'd have been very, very clean. No, you know.
Yeah, Goodwill floor mats are great. We don't find them very often, unfortunately, but we've found them in the bins and normal Goodwills, and I just love getting them there.
Mm-hmm. 13,226. You really think so? If you wanted to be in the camera, all you had to do was say so. You had to do was say so. And you too agree?
Those were returned. Like I said, when we have things
These
that
were
are
returned.
We take the we take the original cost plus the return shipping cost plus the shipping to the person, and I go ahead and put it all into the cost. So we're up to $21 on these floor mats is what we've paid for them, and they sold for $35. So we may come out. It'll be close to being a little negative on that one.
Yeah.
But there's nowhere else we're going to sell two front Kia Sedona gray floor mats for 2006.
Right. Yeah.
So.
It at least gets it off the shelf and helps somebody out anyway.
Yeah.
Let's see. 14,809. I think that's the last one, Reese. What do you think?
That's a front pair.
What do you think? Okay. Turd.
We just listed those last week. $5.52 and sold for $47.05.
That's a good turnaround.
Yeah.
And that's a pair?
Yes, front pair.
Front pair.
For a Chevy Malibu.
All right. We're going to get these packed up.
I guess here at the end, what I'll do is these are 36 items total. 1 on Mercari, 35 on eBay. Come on, Mercari, step it up.
Yeah.
And because we have all this stuff listed, we have 1,600 items listed on Mercari, and it doesn't hardly sell anything.
Yeah, we use list perfectly. Everything we put on eBay, we cross over to Mercari.
And we've tried other platforms. If you guys have platforms at work, comment below. Maybe we'll look into them. But we've tried Poshmark, and we didn't really like it. And we used to have, what was our other store that linked to everything?
Oh, Shopify.
We had everything on Shopify, and it didn't sell much. We've done Facebook Marketplace. It was suck. But what I was going to tell you is that I will total the shipping costs for all these items. I'll just put them all on one sheet, and we'll let you know right at the end of this video how much all this stuff costs total to ship.
Yeah.
And our total shipping price ends up being $322.49. Our estimated net is $901.56. So I would say half of that is probably our net.
I would say maybe closer to 750, 800, something like that. So still not bad for a weekend.
Nope. No, because that's since Friday. So.
Right, yeah. So thank you for watching the video. Let us know if you like this, and if you want to keep doing more what sold videos, we'll be happy to do it. Until then, go flip some stuff.